So I'm having to start over. Look at that perfect eyeball. I drew that with colored pencils. That is a perfectly round eyeball. But that's not what we're doing in this video today. So, anyways, moving on from the cute little eyeball. Isn't it adorable? It's all shiny and innocent. Anyways, I love birds. I see you. Okay, moving on. But this lovely thing. Okay. Moving on. And that lovely thing too. Okay. So I did prime this. But I'm just gonna get into it here. Because I had to stop the video earlier. So we'll try this. I hope you can see this whole thing. If not, I'll just move it around so you can see it as we go. Okay, so I'm going to paint this entire thing. This is self-love. This is for coping. And let's see, I'm not really sure if you can really see that. The lighting's kind of bad in here. Let's see if this will work. If this will help. Let's try this. It didn't make a difference. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Okay. As long as you can see it, for the most part. I don't like this chair. Okay. My back hurts. So I'm trying to work on the sciatic problem. The nerves in my back are just squeezing themselves. So, but that's not the point of this video either. But this is an attempt to cope with other things like PTSD. Painting is a great distraction for some. If you need a distraction, this is what I use when I'm having a hard time with stress. This is a good stress relief. Some might call it an ASMR, but it's really not an ASMR. It's actually just a distraction. But it could be considered a type of ASMR in the sense that it does help with your visual part of your senses, so what you can see versus what you can touch, if that makes sense. That is how I look at it, so I'm not a doctor, so don't quote me. Okay, so I'm going to use a small paintbrush, and let me just make sure it's the right one, the small one. I thought I had a smaller one in here. My paintbrushes are tricking me today. Well, I guess we'll just go with the flow. Okay, so I'm going to start out with whatever colors, I don't know. Let me see here. We'll go with the flow here. I'm just going to wing it. So I'm going in with Persian blue. And I do my paintings a little bit different. These are my rules because this is my own art. And nobody gets to tell me what to do with mine. Except for me. Alright. So I'm going to start with the eye, actually. I hope you can see that. Let's do it this way. It's hard to see. I didn't have a light today. Okay, so let's try this. Yes, I am a little shaky. Okay, let me try this. Obviously, the lighting is not the best. I didn't really think about this here. Let's try this. I'm going to do it this way. Maybe you can see it better this way. You can see it. It's hard to see. Mm-hmm. And yes, I do my lashes a little thick on these ones. It's a little different. Okay. I hope you can see that. It's kind of hard to tell. You can see. I don't know, maybe if I can do this. Leave it to me. You can't really see that, even then. Maybe like that. Just the worst part is having the lighting blinded. If I like doing things a different way. That's a little better. It's a better, but not as good. See, as soon as I do that, it blocks the light. Well, I guess it is what it is. Oh, God. Okay, so the lighting is a little bit off, but there's the eye. Okay, so far. Okay, and that's Persian blue. Okay, now I'm probably gonna just want to try and do that middle part, so I'll do the pupil. So we'll see here, and if you can still see that. I hope you can. Okay, so there's the pupil. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I like to do this a little different. Okay. Get that in there. So that'll open the eye up a little bit. And they're doing it that way. So then I'm going to go in again. And I don't really have an easel for this. But this is such a small painting. Kind of don't really need one. So it's kind of one of those things. Okay. So there's the eye. Okay, and then I'm going to start doing other pieces of here. I don't talk very well. Just kidding. You know, this is all about self-love, so there is no skits or anything. This is all realistic. Just real life. Just here to relax. Or try to, anyway. Okay, let me see here. And now, let's see, we'll try this part. So there's the eye. So as you can see, I'm gonna, okay. So there's that. Go in. And we'll clean up the lines later. So like, I don't really worry too much about, uh-oh. It broke. Hang on. Oh my gosh. Well, that didn't stay on. Good thing I had that on. Okay. So this actually, wow. Gotta watch out for these phone holders. They're dangerous. Okay. So I always clean up the lines later. So I'm just gonna pause here, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do here next. Just ignore me when I talk and babble, because it doesn't make any sense half the time. I'm starting to feel the necessity of talking. So you can see there's that. Now I'm going to try and get better lighting here. Bear with me. It might be a little wiggly, but this is, as you can see, a little bit better. The colors. Okay. We're still not done. But that's just part of it. Okay. Let's do pink here. Right where the nail is. To do. So, let's do that. Okay, so I'll put some color right here too. Alright, so the better lighting is over here. So you can see the different colors. And we have just one more touch up to do, and then that should finish the piece. Voila!